Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Today's Monday, March 20th. It is 6:21 right now. Market's going to open in about 9 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick, and then we will get started shortly with our analysis for today. So just keep in mind it's Monday. So Mondays and Fridays are typically the riskier days of the week because of the conditions. Friday, typically people are exiting the market. Monday, people are re-entering the market. So you can see how there's a big bullish push on open. That's pretty normal for a day like this. So we'll see how market moves. We'll be testing out the new strategy that we've been back testing, the high-low momentum scalp. Typically, for my testing, it looks like it's best applied during New York session from 6:30 to 9 o'clock. So we'll see. Maybe I'll stay on later today, maybe not. We'll just figure out how the market moves early on, and then we'll take it from there. So, all right, let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. All right, perfect. I'll get a few moments for people to make their way in, of course, and then we will get started with our analysis shortly. Cool. Looks like people are making their way in. Go ahead and post this link up real quick. All right, perfect. Links posted up. All right, guys. So good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Today's Monday, March 20th. It is 6:24 right now. Market's going to open in about 6 minutes. So hopefully everyone had a great weekend, but it's time to get back onto these charts. Let's see who's here so far. Morning, David. Morning, Maria. Morning, Martha. Morning, David. Morning, Karen. Morning, Active. Morning, CJ. Morning, everybody. So as I mentioned, guys, today we'll be testing out the new high-low momentum scalp strategy. Just keep in mind that today's Monday. Mondays and Fridays are the riskier days to trade because Monday, a lot of people are entering the market, while Friday, a lot of people are exiting the market. So you guys can see there's a big bullish push this morning pre-market because a lot of people are re-entering the market from the weekend. You can see prices shifting back down over here. So price is just coming, it's just correcting back to where it was prior to this big bullish push. So just keep that in mind. You're going to see a lot of market manipulation today, just like you do on Friday. It's normal because a lot of people are re-entering the market. So just looking at everything from a wide perspective, looking over here on the higher time frames, the 2 hour over here, pretty much all the higher time frames are pretty much neutral. So you guys can see over here on the 2 hour prices in between the pivots, same with the 1 hour prices in between the pivots, and same with this over here on the 30. So there's not really much of a true direction right now. Price is kind of going back and forth. Looking over here on the lower time frames, price is actually somewhat bullish. So there's just no direction right now. We're still going to be sticking to our main strategies, but I'll be implementing the new high-low momentum scalp as well as we continue on with the market. So what I did over here is I removed the red pivot. It's not really too necessary for us, so I just took it off. I just have pivots 1, 2, and 3 up here. on the 1 minute time frame. Hey, iPhone, how's it going? Morning. Morning, Jonathan. Morning, Saren. Morning, Jacob. Morning, everybody. All right, so it looks like most of you guys are here so far. 6:26 right now. We have about 4 minutes till open, so we still have some time. So guys, just a reminder, I'm still looking at the main strategy. So the main strategies are the momentum scalp failure, momentum scalp variation, and momentum scalp just in general. So we're going to be looking at those mainly. Just an FYI for the new strategy, we're going to be testing it. So we're still in the testing phase right now. We just started to apply it last week, but for the most part, we're going to be testing it. If it does fall in line with, one of our other strategies, then obviously we'll take it and count it as an entry. But I'll let you guys know if I'm taking it or not, because I'm still not like 100% comfortable with taking the new strategy just yet. I know we've done the back test and it looks great, but it's still a new strategy to us. So I got to test it out and make sure that everything runs smoothly. Hey, Rashid, how's it going? Morning. Morning, Dan. Morning, guys. All right, guys. So market is opening shortly in about 3 minutes. But yeah, just a reminder, guys, for the new strategy, we'll be focused here on the 1 minute. Basically, we're looking for lower lows or higher highs. My brother created an update to the high-low indicator. I just realized that it's not going to be too useful to us because so the cool thing about this indicator now is that you can set it to only identify higher highs and lower lows. The problem with this indicator here is that we need to see if there's high lows in between, right, to avoid the trade. So, it's kind of useful if you're like testing or just using it for something else. But when applying this high-low momentum scalp, it's not going to be 100% because you do need to see if there's high lows in between. So I'll probably update the indicator. You just have to go in the indicator settings and then you'll just type in only high, high, low, low, higher high, lower low to set it up where it's just showing, the higher highs and the lower lows. I haven't updated the indicator yet, so it's not available at the moment, but I'll probably update it later today. But it's pretty cool. If you just wanted to have the higher highs or the lower lows, you can just turn it on or turn it off, and then you'll have all the high lows. And then if you turn it on, it's only the higher highs and lower lows. I think this is kind of useful, especially if you guys like trading high-low breaking closes, because the structure for the higher highs and lower lows are a lot more stronger than the high lows. So like, for example, right here, you can kind of see that there's a higher high right here, price broken close past it. It's a high-low scalp, full TP. Another one right here, higher high, price broken close past it, full TP. Another higher high right here, price broken close past it, another full TP. So, if you guys want to apply the high-low scalps, I think it works best with the higher highs and lower lows. So I'll update that later today. But, some of you guys like applying that strategy. So I think it's useful. All right, guys, market is opening in about 40 seconds. We'll see what happens here shortly. And then we will, we'll see what we can get today. Hey, T, how's it going? Morning. All right, guys, market is opening in about 30 seconds. So just looking over here on the 1, 5, and 10, we currently have a bullish bias. So if we get a, a swing to the upside, then this will technically be a, I guess I could leave pivot 4 on. It's not really a huge deal. It doesn't bother me too much because we will technically still need it for the momentum scalp variation. All right, so market is now open, guys. You can see price is pushing up super heavily. We currently have a bullish bias. If this here closes, this is technically a momentum scalp variation. It's not one I would personally take because it's on the opening candle, but this here is breaking and closing past the structure, the pivots. So we had a momentum scalp failure right here. I don't know if it played out. It actually played out, yeah. So there's a momentum scalp failure right there, full TP pre-market. And then there's a momentum scalp right here. That's a full TP as well. And then if this here closes, this is going to be a momentum scalp variation. Not one I take because obviously this is the opening candle. You can see how price is pushing up. I just mentioned this earlier when the session started. I mentioned on Mondays, it's risky because on Mondays, people are re-entering the market from the weekend. So this is normal to see a big bullish push. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes right back down. So it's a momentum scalp variation there. Not a trade that I'm taking. Just wanted to mark it out for you guys to show you but you don't want to trade during manipulated markets like this. So you can see how spiked up it's going. Also, this candle here is too big, so you wouldn't even take the candle to begin with. It's like a 700 pip candle almost from the low. From the low, it's like 800 pips, but you can see how big of a candle it is. So not exactly want to take here. So, all right, guys, market is open. So let's see what happens here. So I'm looking for a couple of things here. The first thing I'd be looking for is either a momentum scalp failure. So looking for a sell signal to come up here. And then also on top of that, looking for a high-low momentum scalp. So two different strategies to look for right here. The momentum scalp failure is because we currently have a bullish trend across the time frames. 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute are currently bullish. If you get a sell signal there, it's going to set up for a momentum scalp failure. Not a trade that I specifically like to take, but I like to use it at a confluence. So that'd be a momentum scalp failure. And then in the opposite of that, you would possibly have a high-low momentum scalp. So like, for example, we have a higher high right here. If we get a sell signal that closes, or basically that crosses below pivots 1 and 2 and closes below there, that's going to be a high-low momentum scalp, right? So let's see, question from Jacob. Jacob's asking, I don't have YM on IC markets. What should I do when looking at US30 on my broker? You're going to do the same thing we do for FTMO, Jacob, nothing different. The movement's the same. It's just you're going to have faster movement on YM. So if you have trading view up with YM, you're going to see that the movement on here is like basically a split second, if not faster, than your broker or any of the other US30 brokers. Because US30 mirrors YM. So YM is like the actual data that it follows. So if you have the raw data, like the data where it comes from, you're going to have faster charts. So your charts are always going to be a little bit faster than whatever broker you're using, whether it be IC markets, whether it be FTMO, whether it be any other broker. That's why typically if you enter a trade, like if you've seen entry here on YM, but you enter on a different broker, you're probably going to cover spread like right away, or it's going to be automatically in profit. Versus if you're like charting on like a broker or something, you're probably going to go into the negative first because you got to cover spread. And then from there, you do make your way into profit. So YM is usually going to be the fastest data because this is the raw data from CBOT. So Chicago Board of Trade versus brokers who create their own data. All right, so there's nothing for us to take right here, right now. There's a higher high that's pending right there up top. Still looking for a sell signal for a momentum scalp failure entry, if anybody's looking for that. For me personally, I'm not looking for momentum scalp failure. I either take the momentum scalp variation, momentum scalp, and then the new strategy we're applying to high-low momentum scalp. So just something to look out for here. Let's see, Daniel mentioned buy breakout full TP, but it was risky. Yeah, it's too much of a jumpy push around that area, Daniel. So I don't think I personally would want to take it. But yeah, if you guys are applying the breakout strategy right here, we had a bullish momentum. We had a bullish trend across the 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute time frame. So obviously you're looking for a buy. Strong green candle closed right here. You could have taken that for a buy right there. If you didn't take it initially, like on that first candle, you could have also taken it at this next one. So I know there's a wick on top, so some people might have been scared to take it. If you guys didn't take that one, you could have taken this one as well. Either way, it would have hit TP. So this one over here had no, like barely any wick. This one over here had a small wick. So just depending on where you wanted to take the breakout, I mean, either one would have worked out. You could have taken this one or you could have entered late right here. Either way, you would have hit your full TP if you took the breakout. I didn't take the breakout, so I'm not going to count it, but yeah, Daniel said he didn't take it either. He just identified it. Yeah, I probably wouldn't take it on a day like this, guys. Monday and Fridays are riskier days. So again, if you guys are just joining the room, I mentioned earlier that Mondays and Fridays are the riskier days to trade. The reason for that's because a lot of people are entering the market on Monday after closing their positions on Friday. So Friday's risky because people are selling off for the weekend and you're going to get a lot of manipulation, just like some random spikes and volatility. And then same with Monday over here, you can see the market start to pick up around 5:30, right? 5 o'clock. So market was pretty flat over here, 5 o'clock or like London session up until 5 o'clock. So technically the US market opens at 5. So like right here, market open, price started to come up like super heavily. So I wouldn't be surprised if this comes crashing right back down, because a lot of this movement here is just pre-market, people re-entering the market from the weekend. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to hold. Price might be coming down from this point here. We have 30 seconds left on this candle. If this candle here closes with the sell signal and it closes below this blue line, then this will technically be a high-low momentum scalp. But guys, keep in mind, if you guys are taking these trades, you have to actually wait for it to close, because at the last second, this thing could just disappear. It can spike right back up. So this right here could be a possible high-low momentum scalp, but you got to wait for the candle to actually close with the sell signal. Didn't close with the sell signal. This is now invalidated. So there's no entry here. No entry, plus there's a low right here. So it's pretty much invalidated at this point. So one thing for my back test, guys, and I saw that you noticed it too, Jacob. Jacob mentioned that I missed a trade. This is one of the criteria that I didn't really get a chance to explain to you guys. So like, for example, here we have a high low, and then see how price broke and closed below it right here. If this happens and price pulls back up and then gives a sell signal, I'm not taking that trade anymore, because it's pretty much broken. Like it's invalidated the move because it already broke and closed past the pivots here. So like, it's like a one-shot go. Like if you have a higher high plus a sell signal, that's going to be your shot, right? If price breaks below here and then pulls back up and then gives you a sell signal, I don't take that trade anymore, because the setup's already been, it's been tainted basically, in a sense. Because like when you take these trades here, you're identifying a higher high. You're basically identifying a top or a bottom, right? Higher high is a top, and then you're identifying the lower low as a bottom. So if you see something like this here, the trade's got to be in one shot. So you got to have a low, lower low, buy signal, breaking, closing past the pivots, and then you take that buy, and then vice versa. Higher high here, price breaking, closing past the pivots, and then that's your entry. For something like this right here, like say, for example, there was no higher low at this point, right? Say that this was never here, just imaginary, right? And I'll hide that too. I can hide it here because I have the new indicator. So say, for example, there was no high low right there, and say how price came down right here, it pulled back up, and then it pulled back down, and it provided a sell momentum at this point, right? And it did like a second chance drop to the bottom. In a sense like this, I wouldn't take that trade, because everything needs to be pushed right away. So it needs to be a higher high, sell momentum, entry. If there's a higher high right here, price pulls below, retraces up, and then comes back down for another shot, I'm not taking that trade. So that's why I didn't count those trades. Even though they were winners in the results, there were a couple of losers as well. So for my back test, that's why I was a little more specific with that. We'll go over that stuff during the mentoring session today, just so that you guys are aware. Let's see, question from Maria. Maria's asking, candle too huge? Yeah, candle was too big, but I didn't really incorporate that in the stats, Maria. So we are not really incorporating anything into the stats. Let me turn on the sessions here. Let me open the opening price right here. So I'm still marking up the red flags, but I didn't incorporate any red flags in my back test. So I'm not going to be using them for this strategy. I'm just going to be taking them if I see them come up. So yeah, no red flags that that's going to sway me from taking the high-low momentum scalp entries, because I didn't factor that into any of my back tests, and the results are pretty good. So I don't think it's really necessary. I mean, it's up to you guys. If you guys don't feel comfortable because of the red flags, it's completely fine. Don't take the trade, right? But for me, for my back test, I didn't use any of those criteria. So I'm not using it for my actual trades either. So other than that, Maria said, besides is a V1. Yeah, there's a V1 that came up right here. So this is a V2, or I can't remember what it was. Let me see. I haven't really applied the V1s in a while. Yeah, so the V1s are double body. So this one right here, there's a V1 double body. This one right here would actually be there's nothing up here, but this would be a V1 here, reversal pattern to the upside. So yeah, you're right with that one, Maria. Let's see. Christian's question is for a high-low scalp and momentum variation. I'm going to use it 500, 250 because candles are too big. Yeah. So, I mean, that's one of the things too that we're still testing out the strategy. So we don't really have a set TP stop loss yet. I mean, you could use that, Christian, if you like. You know, it's up to your preference. For me, I'm going to stick to the 1030 because that's what I did my back test with. You know, I probably should have incorporated the bigger TP stop losses as well, but I'm going to be going off what I've tested. If you want to test that, Christian, you can test it with the bigger TP stop loss. But I don't have data on that, so I can't really say if it's going to be accurate or not. Because these are smaller moves. You guys have to keep in mind that these high-low momentum scalps, they're not the same as like the momentum scalps and the other trades that we're taking. Those are continuation strategies. These are not continuation strategies. So you can't really expect it to push out that far. That's why I'm only going for 100 pips, because these are like, in a sense, they're counter trend trades. So you don't want to be in a counter trend trade for too long because price might be going counter trend for 100 pips and it'll just reverse on you right after in correction to where it's supposed to go. Like, for example, if you have a sell entry right here, this doesn't mean price is going to reverse on you. It can just come down like 100 pips and then reverse on you completely. So you guys got to understand these strategies are not the same. And if you want to make up your own rules, that's completely fine, but you guys got to go and test it yourself, right? Because I haven't tested it, so I can't tell you if anything works more than 100 pips. So yeah, if you want to do it, Christian, feel free, but I can't vouch with you or I can't say that you're right or wrong because I haven't tested it myself. So what I'd recommend is you go back and back test it, see if it works. If it works, then great, use it. But if you haven't tested it yet, don't do that because you're just gambling at that point, right? Don't use something that you guys have not tested, right? I've tested it myself. You guys saw my back test from the weekend. So I back tested the entire month of March. You guys can see right here, a lot of wins, right? So the win rate between 630 and 9 was 49 wins and 4 losses, 92.50% win rate, total profit of 3,500 pips. This is from my back test. This is only from 100 pips. So the reason why I'm taking 100 pips is because I've done the back test. I understand that it works. If you guys don't understand that a bigger TP stop loss works, then don't use it. If you want to use a demo account. Don't use it on your live account because, don't go and blow your account because you're trying out something brand new. So just keep that in mind, guys. I know a lot of you guys are excited to apply this and make your changes and do whatever you feel like doing, but you got to actually understand that it works first. So, all right, guys. Question from Nadia. Nadia is asking mentoring session at 2 p.m. Pacific. Yes, that is correct, Nadia. So once I get off the live, like 6 hours after that, I'll be back for the mentoring session today. So if you guys want to go into a deep dive of this strategy that we're applying, just make sure to attend the mentoring session because we're going to go pretty much, I'm going to answer all questions that you guys have, and we'll back test a little more. We'll probably just back test all the entries from today, if that's the, the case. So let's see, PC's asking, so basically no pullbacks allowed once a higher high or lower low is reached. Not exactly, PC. So there could be a pullback. There just can't be a break and close past the pivots. So like, for example, right here, there's a higher high and you're looking for a sell signal. If the price doesn't come back below if it doesn't come below the pivots over here, then you're completely fine. Like price can keep pushing up. Like say, for example, right here, let me just turn off the other indicators. Like say, for example, here, we have a higher high and price pulls back, but it never closed below the pivots, right? It's still game for entry. So there's the ability of pullback. Price just can't break below the pivots because once you've done that, you've already passed one of the requirements for the strategy. So price can come below, it just can't come below the pivots because at this point, you pretty much had an entry lined up, but there is no momentum signal. So in this case, there's no entry. Yeah, so it can pull back. I don't want you guys to think that it can't pull back. Like say, for example, there's a high right here and price just keeps going back and forth, but never closes below the pivots, right? At that point, if price ever decides to come back down and break below it at some point, some later time, then at that point, you can still take the entry. You just want to make sure that none of the requirements have been like broken yet. Like there's no break and close past the pivots. So that's the main thing that you're looking for. So the logic behind that strategy, guys, is basically you're identifying a top, you're identifying momentum pushing that direction, and then you're identifying a break and close past structure, which is the pivots. So you have a reversal, momentum, confirmation, odds of it pushing that direction at least 100 pips are very likely, right? So that's the logic behind the strategy. You're basically identifying a reversal. You're looking for momentum to confirm the direction, and the breaking close confirms it even a second time to let you know that price is going to break, close, and continue. So yeah, guys, if you guys want to go and understand this more, just make sure to attend the mentoring session later today. It's completely free. So if you guys want to sit in, you guys are more than welcome. If you don't, then that's cool too. That's fine. All right, so we got a sell signal coming right here, guys. This would be a setup for a momentum scalp failure. Not one that I would personally take. Typically, let me see if I can mark this up over here. Yeah, I mean, it's a setup, but not one that I would personally take. It's getting close to the sessions right here. So the red flags are still relevant. They're just not relevant for the high level momentum scalp. All right, so no entry there, but you can see price is very bullish. So for the momentum scalp failure, momentum scalp variation, and regular momentum scalp, you're still looking for a buy here. For the high level momentum scalp, you're actually looking for a sell. So it's a counter trend trade right now. It's a little more riskier, but if criteria is met, I'll maybe take it for a quick push, but I'll let you guys know if that's the case. We're still testing that strategy, so I'm not like 100% sure with taking the trades yet. However, with the momentum scalp variation, momentum scalp, I'm comfortable with those entries. So we'll see where this ends up going. It's only 6:47 right now, so we still have a lot of time in the market. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see where the market's looking like around 8 o'clock. I think there's news later today at 8. So I don't know if I'm going to trade after 8 today. So there's no news on here. Bottom of my FX book. Let me refresh this. Yeah, so today I'm probably not going to stay on until 9. I was thinking about maybe staying on until 9 today, but I just remember that we do have the mentoring session later today. So I'm not really looking to stay on after 8 o'clock today because I got to do stuff in between. So we do have news over here at 8:30. We have ECB President Lagarde speaking at 7. This isn't necessarily US news, but it's going to affect the US. It's a world country, so it's a big speech by the president. All right, so we don't have any entries here right now, guys. If we get a sell signal, again, as I mentioned, this is technically going to be a momentum scalp failure, not a trade that I typically like to take. But if we get like a momentum scalp variation to follow it, then possibly. Here we go, as price pushes up higher. I'm just going to maximize the 1 minute because the other ones are kind of irrelevant right now. They're not really necessary for us to follow because we already know everything's bullish here. So we're obviously looking for buys with regard to the momentum scalp failure, momentum scalp variation, momentum scalp. But for the so the reason why we're looking for opposite on the high-low momentum scalp is because the next signal is a sell signal, right? So it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to set up, but if it does, I'll mark it up for you guys. There we go. As price starts to push up even higher. Yeah, no retracement yet. So we're basically looking for price to retrace down. With the retracement down, you can set it for a possible high-level momentum scalp or momentum scalp failure where we just ride it back up higher. Right now, there's just nothing for us to take. This isn't like a shocker though, guys. So just keep in mind, as I mentioned earlier this morning, this is normal for a Monday. So it's got to keep waiting. Just be patient too, guys. Don't get like FOMO. You guys see price pushing up, don't chase the push to the upside. and then vice versa. Don't chase the drop back down. Yeah, I'm just still pushing up. So let me see. I'm gonna look at everything else real quick. So I mean, the higher time frames right here, everything is starting to push up. So it looks like price might be shifting up. This is difficult because when price pushes up like this, it's due for retracement. So it's still pushing up. Maddie said he caught the high low. Christian caught it as well. Yeah, I don't know if anyone caught the high low scalp right there. This is another strategy. If you guys are not familiar with it, just keep in mind that this is one of the older strategies that we applied. If you guys are in the Zoom chat, you can see that Maddie over here and Christian both said that they took the high low scalp. Price broke and closed past this higher high right here. And then Maddie and Christian took this for scalp entry. So yeah, if you guys took that, great. Not one of the trades that we're typically looking at, but it's one of the good trades that you guys can add to your list if those are ones that you guys want to apply. So if you guys are brand new here and you guys are not familiar with that strategy, or if you guys are in the Zoom, you guys can see Maddie said he took it, Christian said he took it, Sisuk said he took it. Christian mentioned I considered it because it had an uptrend. Yeah, it's a very strong uptrend right here. So if you guys saw that and you guys took it, smooth move right there. So what I've noticed, guys, is that, there's different entry points here, right? There was one that was right here. So you could have taken this one if you wanted. This also would have been an entry for a high-low scalp. But for me personally, what I started to notice is when you use the higher highs and lower lows, when price breaks these structures, it's a way higher percentage of a win rate. So yeah, if you guys are brand new here and you guys want to learn that strategy, you can learn it completely free. Just go on the website, go to kodikaitrades.com. Again, that's kodikaitrades.com, KODIKAI trades.com. Click on unlock your free access right here. If you guys are on the YouTube, just go down to the description and you guys can get access to this here. Click on unlock your free access. And if you guys are curious about that strategy, just pull up the course. This is the course right here. Just scroll down to scalp strategies. So here, scalp strategies, and you'll see the high-low scalp strategy right here. That wasn't a high-low momentum scalp, but it was a high-low scalp. So I have about 30 strategies on here. They all work perfectly fine. It's just up to your preference. Just find one that you like and then stick to it and master it. I think that's really all you need, guys. The people who are most successful in the group are the people who focus on one or two strategies. Like Sisuk over here, he's locking in a couple $1,000 a day. All right, so here's Maddie. He took the high-low scalp, locked in 870 for the day. There's no official entries, but he took those two right there. That's one of the ones that people like to apply. Here's Sisuk too. So we got Maddie, 870, and then we got Sisuk over here, took the same trade. Total profit of 2,882. Nice work, Sisuk. Okay, guys, looking good. I see you're in here, Alan. Let me scroll up real quick. Couple profits over here from Christian. He took that high-low scalp as well. Total profit of 1,833. Nice work, Christian. Looks like you took it for a bigger push. Let's see. Zach over here, Zach said he's doing a 10K account right now, done for the day, made 5 trades. Zach's currently up. Yeah, took a couple trades right here. Total profit of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 500 for the day. Nice work, Zach. Here's Eunice. Eunice took so he said he took the regular breakout. Total profit of 544 for the day. Nice work, Eunice. Let me get this to Zach real quick. All right, so price is still pushing up from where it's currently at. The entries that we're looking for have not come up yet. The main thing we're looking for right now is a sell signal, guys. We're looking for a sell signal or either a momentum scalp failure or a high-low momentum scalp. So two different entries that will align with a sell signal. Don't have that sell signal yet. If you guys are looking for a high-low scalp, there's another high-low right here. Or a higher high. If price breaks and closes past that. But anyways, going back over here to the higher time frames, you can see that price is pretty much bullish across all time frames now. Bullish on the 2 hour, bullish on the 1 hour, bullish on the 30, bullish on the 1, 5, and 10. So you probably want to stick to buys for the most part. We'll keep following and see where they go. But yeah, for the most part, it looks like you want to be focused on some buys here. Some profits here from Martha. Martha's currently at 1,520 for the day. Nice work, Martha. Yeah, Martha said took pre-market failure due to strong bullish trend, expecting a big bullish push on open, which is what happened. Yeah, no, definitely. You identify that perfectly, Martha. All right, so we're getting a pretty big push right here. Pretty big push, but no entries for us yet. Let me check the other indices here. Let's check out NASDAQ. You know, I was thinking about trading NASDAQ, guys, but I don't think I'm going to trade it anymore. I just want to stick to US30 because I did try trading NASDAQ last week and the week before that, and it's not the same. I think the TP stop loss has got to be a little different. And it's just not worth the risk during Asia. I tried to trade it during Asia. The volume was so low that I was in the position for a long time. And it took me a while to get out of the negative because the spread was so wide too. So not really looking to trade NASDAQ anymore. I'm just going to stick with US30. There's no point. I mean, if I can make enough profit trading US30 during New York session, there's no need for me to be on the charts for like 24 hours. Question from Jacob. Jacob's asking, Sean, if we had a momentum scalp to the downside, now would you consider that invalid due to the high low? Yes, that is correct, Jacob. So guys, another thing, so a good question from Jacob right here. He was asking like if there was, so there's a higher high right here. If you get a sell signal, then that'd be a high low momentum scalp. But because there's a high low in between it, and even a low high right here, there's no entry, right? So just keep that in mind, guys, when you guys are looking for these entries here. So yeah, Jacob, 100%, no entry there because there's a high lows in between. So like you're basically just looking for, a straight shoot, basically, like a straight shot, looking for the reversal pattern, looking for momentum, looking for breaking close past structure. You have that 3 criteria there, and it's pretty much a surefire hit. And we'll see if I can find an example here, but I don't think there's any that really happened during, I guess like one right here. So this lower low right here was a reversal pattern. This momentum right here was a confirmation of continuation, and you had price breaking close past structure. So you get basically identified a bottom here, identified confirmation of momentum. And if you would have taken that there, I know this is pre-market, not one I would take personally, but just looking at this here as a setup, you can see right there, full TP. So that's kind of what you're looking for. You're looking for, it's like a trifecta type of confluence, looking for the reversal, looking for the momentum, and then also looking for the confirmation of breaking close past structure. There's a possible high-low scalp coming right here, guys. I'm not going to take it, but I'll show you guys here. This is what Maddie and Sisuk and like a lot of the other guys in the group look for. This is a high-low scalp. There's bullish momentum here. Trend's very bullish. There's a high right there. The only problem here is the candle's too big. So that's going to be one thing that you guys want to like look at. Like Maddie even mentioned here, he said, if this is too risky, this is so risky, it's too overextended here, and the candle is huge. So right there is a high level momentum scalp. Looks like you might have hit TP already. Yeah, it already hit TP. So I don't know if anyone caught it, but that was the thing that I just mentioned. Yeah, Maddie over here said that he needs a sell retracement first. Sisuk actually caught it. So nice work, Sisuk. So you guys can see all of my old strategies still work perfectly fine. This is a strategy that I introduced to you guys about 2 years ago. It still works perfectly fine. 2 years later, it still works like nothing's changed. So if you guys want to learn my older strategies, you guys are more than welcome. I have like a long list of 30 plus strategies over here on the course. So just pull up the course. As I mentioned, it's completely free. Just go on the website, kodikaitrades.com, click on unlock your free access right here. And you have access to all of my strategies that I've been teaching you guys for the past 7 years. I share all my strategies with you guys. They all work perfectly fine. It's just really finding one that works perfect for you. But they're all kind of they're based around the same thing. So they're all based off momentum. All my strategies are trend-based strategies, and entries are based off momentum. So if you guys want to go learn that stuff, just go to the website and then you can get access there. Or you could even watch them on the YouTube. So if you go to the website, kodikaitrades.com, just click on this right here. This will take you to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/kodikaitrades. If you scroll down, anything with the red background is a strategy video. Right? So that's what you guys want to watch. Feel free. If not, then don't. It's just, it's up to you. It's up to you guys. It's completely free. So there's no pressure there. If you guys want to learn it, great. If you guys don't, that's fine too. Yeah, Maddie said no sell signal for almost an hour. Yeah, it's way overextended, guys. So I'm really not looking to take any entries right here right now, at least not for a buy, because it's way too overextended. Price is pushed up so heavy from where it's currently at. The last time price was, yeah, no sell signal since 619. There's a possible high-low momentum scalp right here, but this sell signal would need to close below this blue line here. So I need to close below the 2 pivots 1 and 2, and that'd be a possible entry for a high-low momentum scalp. So just keep that in mind, guys. This is going to be kind of like a double-edged sword here, though. So the thing with this here is that we have 2 different entries that are opposite of each other. There's a high-low momentum scalp, and then there's a high-low momentum scalp and a momentum scalp failure. I personally don't like the momentum scalp failure that much. So, I mean, I would probably go for the high-low momentum scalp versus the failure. But I just want to put it out there. So this is a counter trend move. Just keep that in mind. Counter trend trades are usually risky, like very risky compared to trend trades, because you're going against the trend. Trend's bullish here. So if you're taking a sell, you're going against the trend. But the thing with this here is that price is so overextended, like it's due for retracement. So that'd be one reason why I would maybe look for a counter trend trade here. Sometimes you want to be a contrarian, but it's really up to preference. Some more profits here from Sisu, currently at 3,532 on this account. Nice work, Sisu. And then Sisu's second account over here, total profit of 1,450. So if you guys are not familiar with it, Sisu, he trades his account separately. He doesn't like using copiers. That's why he has 2 different accounts and he has different profits across his accounts, because he trades them separately. All right, there's still a possibility of a high-low momentum scalp here. There's no high lows in between. There's a higher high right there. You get a sell signal that breaks and closes past pivots 1 and 2, or pivots 1 or 2. Then, we'll see where this goes. Yeah, C60, yeah, sometimes I can't get to the account fast enough. So when you do it, do you have like 2 different MC4s open? Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. See, it would be cool if you could have, well, I mean, yours works too, but I think it'd be cool if it was like the phone app where you can just switch between accounts. I don't think you can have multiple accounts on at once. You'd have to have 2 different platforms. Yeah, I figured. C6 said you can't. All right, so this might be coming down, guys. We have about 50 seconds left on it. For this here, guys, you guys got to keep in mind that you have to wait for the candle to close. If it's like 10 seconds left on the candle, don't enter the trade yet. You have to wait until the candle actually closes because this sell signal could disappear from now until close. There's 40 seconds left on it, so it's still a lot of time. I'll mark it up for you guys right here. If I miss entry, I'm not going to take it. I mean, I'm okay with taking it, but if I miss entry, I'm not going to hop in late. So I'm going to have to actually wait for this here to close and just be patient with it. So you can see right here how it's kind of jumpy, right? And be very careful about your entry. Got 16 seconds left on this candle. If it doesn't close, no entry. This is the high-low momentum scalp. All right, I took it and I made my profit. Quick profit of 1,510, guys. So I waited for it to close. As soon as it closed, entered the trade. High-low momentum scalp, full TP. That was nice. That hit within like seconds. Perfect. All right. So I'm only trading my FTMO today, guys, because my MFF is getting a payout. So there's no MFF profits for me, but I do have my FTMO. I'll take a screenshot of that. Nice. Slippage worked in my favor on that one. So I'm only counting trades that I'm taking myself, guys. I took this trade. I read it out to you guys. I explained to you what was going to happen. I said, if this here closes, I'm going to take it. I had to wait for it to close. As soon as it closed, entered my sell, full TP off that right there. So the only trades that count are the ones that I'm actually taking, guys. Like I can mark up a bunch of trades here and they're all going to hit TP like the high-low scalp. I'm not counting those. I want to be 100% transparent with you guys so that you guys aren't like confused about like what's going on and stuff, right? There's a game plan with everything that we're doing here. So I'll make sure that you guys are familiar and you guys are aware of that. Only 100 pips. So I'm going to change that right there. Nice. Jacob got it. So Jacob said got it. He was super late, but he had his TP too. So nice work, Jacob. So you can see sometimes it pushes out farther. So I maybe we can switch it up like what Christian was saying, 2550, because at 2550 would have worked out here. I would have made like 2.5 times profit. But right now I've only back tested it for 100 pips. So I'm only going for 100 right now at the moment. So just keep that in mind. I'll take a screenshot of my profits and then I'll show you guys what I locked in. It's a pretty sweet profit. I don't know what happened with this. So here's Martha's profit. She locked in 1,960. Great move right there. Full TP with the green strip. That's like the best feeling when the green strip comes up because it confirms that you held on to it perfectly. All right, whatever. I was going to try to set this up, but it's not setting up. So it is what it is. Anyways, let me see everyone's profit so far. So we have Christian over here. Christian total profit of 1,274. Looks like everyone kind of got slippage off that move. So nice work right there, Christian. Full TP. Vincent over here took it as well. Nice work, Vincent. Total profit of 100 for the day. It's a great win right there. Maddie over here. Total profit of 1,100 for the day. Nice work, Maddie. Here's Sisu, total profit of 2,200 for the day. Solid profit right there. Sisu's other account, 4,282. Another profit right there. David over here got in late, total profit of 3,180. Nice work, David. We have Patricia over here. Great work, Patricia. Total profit of 3,667 for the day, all wins. Nice work, Patricia. Got MC over here, took the same trade, total profit of 1,510. Man, you guys killed it with that trade. I wasn't sure who was going to take it with me, but it looks like a lot of you guys did. Maddie over here up 1,100 for the day. Nice work, Maddie. All right, so let me take a screenshot of my profits as well. Here's Patrick's profits, total profit of 755, full TP. Nice work, Patrick. All right, guys, great work, everybody. If you guys made profits, awesome. If not, it's okay. Wait for the next one. We have a lower low right here. So if you get a buy signal back up above the pivots, that's another entry right there. So solid. Here's Jacob's profits over here as well. Jacob made 144 on that one. Yeah, not bad. Take smaller lot size. It's all good. Gotta get familiar with it first. But the full TP right there at the green. So nice work, Jacob. I'll add that over here. Oops. Here's Maria. Maria made a total profit of 1830. Nice work, Maria. This is on her live account, her personal live account. And here is Lucas. Lucas locked in a total profit of 3,110. Nice work, Lucas. Solid work, guys. Yeah, everyone's still sending in their profits. Patricia over here on her other account, total profit of 1,240. Great work, Patricia. All right, guys, solid. We still don't have the buy signal here yet. I don't even think it's pending. But while we do that, I'm going to go ahead and take a screenshot of my own accounts. So only FTMO for me today, guys. No MFF. I'm still waiting for them to pay me out. So just got to wait for it. Yeah, unfortunately today it came out like on Monday. Usually my payouts for some reason end like it's always on a good day where they'll pay me out and I'll get the new account before the new week or the new trading day. But today I kind of I forgot to do it over the weekend, so it's all good. Missed out on a couple profits, but no biggie. Still no buy signal, guys. All right, let me post this up over here real quick. Oops, wrong group. All right, so we have a possible one right here as well. Here are my profits, guys. So again, you guys gotta wait for this to actually close. So don't just enter it right away. I'll wait for it to close. If it happens too late, I'm just not gonna enter it. No entry there, guys. So price broken, close past it, but there's no buy signal. So there's no entry for that. It's all good. Would have been nice though. Looks like it would have hit TP too from close. But whatever, I'm not gonna dwell on it. Wait for the next one. All right, so here are my accounts so far, guys. Here's my FTMO number 1. You can see the green strip, total profit of 1,510. Here's my FTMO number 2, total profit of 1,310. So solid profits right here. So pretty solid wins right there for myself. I'll just post this up in the other group so that you guys are aware. So now it's just waiting game, guys. Wait for the next entry. So keep looking over here. All right, here's some profits from Karen. She's trading her live account. She made 30.80 for the day. Nice work, Karen. 3 trades, all wins. Let's see. Yeah, Karen said, hey, Sean, if you take a look at her spreadsheet, she'll notice that she included a TP of 5,500. Yeah, no, I noticed that too, Karen. I should have did that myself. I didn't think about it. I was just, honestly, I was just rushing through it. I didn't want to I wanted to rush the results so that I can see how it's playing out. But yeah, no, I'll take a look at that and we'll see. Ron, maybe I'll go back and back test later this week as well, if I could. CJ said, hell yeah, we took it with you, Sean. We've been waiting all weekend for this. I know, right? 100%. Yeah, Maria said there's a pending V1. Yeah, V1 for a sell right there. Looks like it closed. I don't know if it hit TP. Christian said there's a momentum variation. Oh yeah, looks like there was one right here. Let's see, price was, yeah, I mean, technically that would have been one there because there's buy signal here and a buy signal over here. I didn't take the trade though, so I mean, I totally missed it. I didn't even bother looking at that. Yeah, there was a momentum scalp variation there. I don't know if it played out. Let's see. No, this would have hit stop loss. Good thing we didn't take it. Yeah, so I didn't take that trade there. What I'm going to do here, guys, is, I mean, we'll keep testing this stuff out. And if this stuff works better than like what we've been doing, because this strategy is a lot easier. It's a lot easier compared to the momentum scalp variation and momentum scalp. If this is the case where this strategy works a lot better, we'll just stick to one strategy. Because I think if we keep mixing strategies up, it's going to confuse people. And from my back test over here, you know, the win rate for 639 is very high. 49 wins and only 4 losses. So I think this here would probably be more than enough for us. And if you look at the trades here, like I actually made another spreadsheet down here. There's at least like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's like, sometimes there's days with 8 trades, some days with 3 trades, some days with 2 trades. But there's almost a trade every single day for the most part. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, so I mean, if that's the case, you might just stick to this one strategy. I try to stick to like those 3 strategies for this year. The reason why I stuck to 3 strategies is because I didn't think there was going to be enough entries for us. But, you know, this might be a little better because it's just one strategy and we're just pretty much sitting and waiting for the same thing throughout the day. So I don't know, we'll see. We'll keep applying this live, and then, you know, maybe the next month or even less than a month, if it continues to work properly like we anticipated, you know, we'll just focus on that because it's just a lot easier to focus on just one thing versus applying 3 different strategies. I thought 3 strategies would be easier, but it's actually a little more difficult because they're all different requirements. You're looking for something kind of different. So unless you're a little more advanced and able to follow that stuff, it's going to be difficult for you guys to make entry. Yeah, so Maddie said he's only going to be applying the high-low scalps and the high-low momentum scalp. Yeah, I mean, that might be the thing, Maddie. So if that's the case, you might just stick to those because those are actually, they complement each other, right? So there's actually one right here. No, price actually invalidated it. So, I mean, you know, this might need a change too. Like we might be able to update this strategy over here, Maddie, the high-low scalp, because before we had it where if it touched it, it would invalidate it, right? But if we're only focusing on higher highs and lower lows, I think this is a better indication as to like if price will continue. So, you know, maybe I'll go and revisit this strategy. Maybe we'll just have 2 strategies that line up because they complement each other so well. High-low scalps and high-low momentum scalps. Because these 2 work very well together. It's like the momentum scalp variation, momentum scalp. Those 2 work good together, but these work good together as well. So, yeah, so I guess like over the next couple of weeks, guys, I'll revisit the strategy. The other strategies still work fine, but I'll revisit the strategy and I'll see if there's any changes that I can make. Because, you know, I think this one works very well as well. Like, for example, there's a higher high right here. I think this would be perfect for the other indicator, where it's just higher highs and the lower lows. So it'll help you guys identify those better. Yeah, C6 said this is mostly all he's taken for the past 3 years. So if you guys have seen C6 profits, every day C6 is yielding like some massive profits. So if you guys want to get those kind of profits, you know, we mix up Vincent's profits, Vincent's trade with C6, and you got a pretty crazy amount of profitability there. Yeah, that's what he means, Christian, the high-low scalp. For the most part, that's what he usually applies. All right, so we got another lower low right here, guys. Possible break and close past the structure over here. If we get a buy signal past it, it's going to be the entry. And then we'll see if we can ride this up a little higher. Some more profits here from Vincent. He took a second trade there. He took the trade applying his own strategy. So if you guys remember, Vincent's strategy is a little different. The crazy thing with this is that we might be able to use my strategy and Vince's. So like Vince over here, his candle broke and closed below the pivot 3. And from this point right here, he actually took the trade. We locked in another full TP, total profit of 178. Great work, Vincent. Yeah, so if you guys go back to my back test, I posted my back test in the groups over the weekend. I have a back test for my strategy and back test from Vincent's. They're both great. So like for me, I have a 92.50% win rate. For Vincent, he has a 91.70% win rate. Both are great strategies. So if you guys want to use both, feel free. All right, we got a possible buy entry right here, guys. This here closes. Doesn't look like it's going to close. All right, I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to step away for like a second. I just got to do something real quick, and I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. Damn. So there's no entry right here on this buy signal, but there was one for Vincent's application right here. I don't know if anyone caught that, but this is applying Vincent's strategy. Went straight to full TP. Yeah, so my way of applying it didn't work out because it didn't break and close past the pivots, but Vincent's over here actually worked out because it actually broke and closed past it on this next candle. So I don't know if anyone caught that one, but I didn't get it. It's all good. I just saw your message here, guys. I just came back over here. Yeah, Maddie said 92% win rate is insane. Yeah, it is crazy high. Alan's asking if we're going to go over this at 2 p.m. Yes, we are. So make sure to attend the mentoring session later today, guys, if you guys want to go over this stuff in detail. I'm going to go over it in detail, but we can probably go back and like back test the entries from today, because I was planning on maybe staying on till 9, but since we have the mentoring session later, I don't want to be burnt out by 9 o'clock. So I'm probably only going to be here till 8 today. Maybe in the next couple of days we'll stay on longer. But I mean, yeah, for the most part, probably on like the middle of the week, we'll start staying longer. I think Mondays and Fridays are too risky, so I don't really want to stay on too long. Definitely not on Friday. Because if you guys look at my results from Friday, I mean, there's not that many losses. The only time we had losses on Friday were because of NFP. But other than that, I mean, there's not really any losses here. It's a crazy win rate, guys. This is all for the entire month of March. So I'll probably keep adding on to this. I already have from Friday, and I'll add on today's. But yeah, the win rate's pretty insane. It's straight scalping. Yeah, exactly. Christian said, what I see is that on NFP, we have to skip that. Yeah, I'm probably not going to trade on NFP. That's the only day we have like losses. Like if we didn't trade, so like, for example, if you look at my back test over here, if we didn't take trades on NFP, we would have had like almost a 100% win rate, because there's 3 losses right here for NFP. We had 4 losses total. So like, for example, if I was to do the math there and we're supposed to, and we say we add on like 3 wins, right? Or just we take off 3 trades. So it'd be 46 by no, it'd be like, my math is dumb. Let's see. So we'd only have 1 loss. So it'd be 49 by 50. It'd be a 98% win rate. That's pretty crazy. Because there's 3 losses here, right? So we had 4 losses. 3 of those losses came from NFP. So if we didn't trade NFP, we would have not had these losses here. We would have had a 98% win rate. That's crazy for the entire month of March. Like literally straight wins for the entire month. That's, I don't know, that kind of, it blows my mind every time I think about it. It's crazy. You are right, Sam. So I got the days kind of off on that. But so the thing with NFP this month was that it was on a weird month. It was on a weird week too. It was like super far up. I've never seen NFP where it's like on the 10. I mean, we'll see. Usually the NFP is like earlier in the month. It's usually the first. I think what they did this year is they pushed it back because it should have been on Friday. If there's 3 days of the trading week within March, NFP should have been on Friday. But they didn't have it this year. That's why I was kind of confused why it was pushed back so far. Typically they push it back if the month starts on a Thursday, but it started on Wednesday. So I was like, okay, NFP should be on the 3rd, but for whatever reason, this month they pushed it back like an extra week. So I don't know if there was anything else going on this month, but you know, for the most part, I think we'll probably just skip that day, or if it's a day that's supposed to be NFP. Yeah, Nadia said that 2 of my losses were at the same time. So I might have made a mistake there. When I was doing this back testing over the weekend, I kind of just wanted to get it over with on Saturday. It was like a Saturday morning. And I was like, man, I need to get this over with. So I kind of just rushed through it as it got closer and closer to the end of the week. So I mean, the back test is fine. I don't think the back test is like really that necessary because we already know it works. So I think forward testing to be better. We'll be doing this live versus doing back testing on the charts, because I've already back tested March. So either way, even if I was off by a little bit, I'd probably be off by like maybe 1 or 2 trades, which win rate would still be very high, be above 90%. So it doesn't really matter. I don't think the back test is really necessary anymore. If you guys want to back test it yourself, I think I would recommend you guys do it, because you're gonna get super excited once you guys back test, because you're gonna see how accurate it is. Yeah, Christian said, I think backtesting is to convince your brain that it works. Exactly, yeah. So I know it works, so I'm confident with taking these entries. Whenever I see them come up, I'm just gonna continue to take it. Yeah, Jacob said, win rate's still the same, Sean, because there's a win or 2 that you didn't count. Yeah, I know, I noticed that too. So the win rate's still above 90%, which is pretty amazing for a scalp strategy like this. So we'll see where this ends up taking us, but pretty excited to see how this year plays out, because we kind of have like the holy grail in front of our hands now, especially if you guys want to apply my strategy and Vincent's, because Vincent's criteria here is good too. He only had 4 losses as well. And all the losses came like on a Friday. So Friday loss right here. Monday loss right there. And then this Thursday. Yeah, I mean, if I was to trade this strategy, guys, like normally, I think if I took 1 loss, I might have just called it a day. Because if I have a loss on that day, I'm like, okay, this day is probably screwed up. Because every other day, it's like straight wins. So, I mean, if you guys want to do that too, there's different ways of applying it. But I mean, either way, if you were to take every entry, you're still going to have like only a few losses. Let's see. Richard's asking, can you explain his strategy? The main difference between his strategy is that he uses pivot 3. So for me, I use pivots 1 and 2. Yeah, so for me here, I use pivots 1 and 2. So I look for price to break and close past my pivots 1 and 2. For Vincent's strategy, he uses pivot 3. So like, for example, right here, there's a lower low momentum signal, and then price broke and closed past the pivot 3. This is where he would have made his entry. There wouldn't be no entry here for me because price didn't break and close past the pivots 1 and 2. So for Vincent here, he had his entry because it broke and closed past it. For me personally, myself, I use pivots 1 and 2. This momentum signal didn't break and close past it, right? So there's no entry for me. So there's no entry for me, but there would have been an entry for Vincent. I mean, either way, they both work very well. So depending on which one you guys want to apply, I mean, it's pretty crazy. Every time I think about the win rate, I'm like, damn. Ah, fuck, I just missed a trade. Damn, sorry, guys. Just missed the trade right here. I already went to TP. Yeah, I don't know if anyone caught it. I didn't even notice that it came up. It came up too fast. Yeah, Jacob said, yeah, that was a good one. Rashida caught it. Dejan caught it. Jacob didn't see it. Daniel, D took it for a partial. Yeah, no, that was a good one. It came right down pretty hard. So, yeah, I blasted right through the TP too. So we'll see if there's anything else that comes over here. Yeah, it happened way too fast. That thing happened so fast, I didn't even notice that it came through. But yeah, if you guys caught it, great. If you guys didn't, it's okay. Let's wait for the next one. These trades come up like pretty quickly. Sometimes they push even farther out. I mean, it's due for a retracement back down, so we'll see where it ends up going. Yeah, nice work, guys. I mean, it looks like it's due to come back down because it's been pushing up for so long. Let's see. So we have a higher low. Let's take this off. All right. Let's see. Christian said, Sean, I don't know, but lately when I click buy or sell, it takes a couple seconds to show on the platform. And it enters a few pips behind. Has it happened to you on FTMO? Are you on a copier or are you on a regular account? It seems like it's your internet connection. It hasn't been happening to me. If that happens, it's usually because of your internet connection. because when you click on it, your internet probably doesn't send it to, the broker through the platform fast enough. So usually, like, I've heard that from other people, it's usually their internet connection. They just have like a slow internet connection and it doesn't connect to it. Yeah, Dijon said just make sure you don't double click. Yeah, never double click because you'll be in that position twice. Yeah, Jacob says, I noticed you 100 lots, assume it's 200K account. Yes, I believe so. Or no, let me see. So, I was gonna do the math real quick. So I'm a 200K account. Oops. Yeah, that's 1.5. Yeah, it's a 1.5% risk. I mean, it's fine because you have 5% total, right, on the account. So I could lose like X amount of times before I have to like call it a day. So I mean, I think it's a pretty solid risk. And especially if like since we have such a high win rate, I could probably take a bigger lot size. And then if I take a loss, then I'm just done for the day, right? Yeah, I mean, there's different ways of doing it, but I think the 1.5% risk is pretty solid. It's just, the thing that you guys want to keep in mind when taking certain trades is like, you want to make sure that you have your risk, you have that, you understand your risk, because I think that's what makes or breaks an account, really. Because I see a lot of people who blow their accounts off of the daily loss limit, and that should never happen. Like, if you know you're getting close to that 5% risk, you should probably just stop trading and then come back the next day. Because it does, like if you ever get to that point, you're gambling at that point. Like if you ever risk more than like 5% per trade, you're for sure gambling. Or if you're risking more than 3%, because you already know that your max loss is 5%. Why would you ever risk anything more than that, right? So for me, I have like 1.5% risk. If I have 2 losses, I'm like, all right, I'm getting screwed at this point. I should probably stop trading. But if you have like a 3% risk per trade, if you have 2 losses, you're gonna blow your account. So Jacob said, I don't know what's more impressive, the amounts you make or the fact that you're not blowing your account. Good job. Yeah, no, definitely. I think what's the main key, guys? Like your goal in this should be to survive, right? You don't have to make crazy profits. I feel like a lot of people, their goal is to make crazy profits, and that's why you guys keep blowing accounts, right? You got to change your thought process. You got to think about not losing the account. If you could think about not losing the account, the wins will come. It's automatic. But if you guys focus on just your profits, you can easily blow your account. You can have a great day, and then the next day you can blow your account if you like don't use proper risk. So I think risk is the most important thing. Understand risk management. That's going to be key, because you guys already have a 92% win rate strategy right here. You just have to apply the strategy properly. Don't FOMO, and then also use proper risk. That's a key thing. There's no entries right now, guys, so don't worry, you're not missing anything. Let me just scroll down real quick, see if there's anything else that I'm missing. B mentioned, doesn't MFF have a max 100 lot? I don't know. I've never used more than 100 B, so I can't really say for sure. I think before in the past I've used more than 100, but I don't know if they've changed it since. But I mean, you guys, don't quote me on it because I don't know. CT said if there were less opportunities, you could max risk and one and done. But with so many opportunities and high win rate, lose small and win often. Yeah, exactly. CT 100%. I agree with you. Christian said he's sticking to 10% ROI. Yeah, bro, it's crazy, Maddie. I'll talk to you about it later. It's crazy. Yeah, Jacob said you need a 66% win rate if your R&R is 1 to 3. Yeah, I know. Like that's the crazy thing, Jacob, because like a lot of people hate on like the 1 to 3 risk to reward, but if you have such a high win rate, it doesn't really matter because it's going to balance out. Like I don't know, it's crazy. Like so many people try to argue with me about having a 1 to 3 risk to reward. I've been trading live every day for like 5 years now, and I'm still profitable. So obviously it works. It's just, not the same risk to reward works for every strategy. If you have a low percentage strategy, then yeah, you need a higher risk to reward. But if you have a high win percentage, you can use a risk to reward. So, just keep that in mind, guys. The R&R the R&R matters depending on your strategy. If you're using a high risk reward, then you probably have a low winning strategy. But if you have a low risk reward, then, or I might have said that opposite, but you guys get what I'm saying. Basically, you have to balance it with your win percentage. That's really what it is. All right, so there's no entries here, guys. I was looking for this. So we had a lower low right here. I was looking for this buy signal to close. It didn't close. So there's no entry now. There's a lower high in between. So it does not look like we're going to have an entry. So here's one thing that I want to mention. There's a caveat here. So there's a lower low here and there's a lower high here, right? If we have another buy signal and it pushes past here right now in this current candle, it's going to create a new lower high. So if that's the case, then there's still an entry there because there's no lower high in between. So just keep that in mind, guys. John said, honestly, waiting for that higher high entry up top. Yeah, I mean, price is going sideways right here. So we'll see if this ends up giving any possibility of entry, but I just don't see anything right now. Yeah, Maddie said Vincent's sell hit. So I don't know if anyone saw this entry here as an entry using Vincent's strategy. It crossed below pivot. I'm going to take off the red pivot. We don't really need it, because I think this is like, it's just an extra line. Okay, so Vincent's strategy played out right here because there's a candle that broke and closed below the pivot 3. Yeah, and it went straight past TP right there. So if anyone took Vincent's strategy, that one also hit. So this is a cool thing because like if you don't have an entry for the other one, you could have, or you would have had 2 entries right here. You would have sorry, yeah, you're right, Christian. So this one actually wasn't an entry, Maddie, because there was a higher low and a lower high right here. Yeah, you're right, Christian. Thanks for putting that input. Yeah. But like what I was mentioning before, guys, like sometimes you'll have opportunity for multiple entry points. So like, for example, if you have 1 entry for me and then you have an entry for Vincent's right here, you could have 2 entries realistically. Let's see. Natasha said she took it as a high-low quick scalp. Oh gosh, okay. Yeah, I'm surprised Natasha's still applying that. I mean, even on your phone, that's crazy. So that entry is like really hard to catch if you're not like really quick with it. But nice work, Natasha. So there's we have a lot of strategies, guys. If you guys want to learn that one too, that's also in the course. Or actually, I don't even think I taught that one in the course. I taught you guys during the live and during the mentoring sessions, but not in the course. It was too risky of a strategy for me to teach you guys it. But nice work, Natasha. All right, some more profits here from the group. We have Patrick over here, total profit of 1,085 for the day, all wins. Great work, Patrick. You said no green strip, some slippage, but it hit. We have CT over here, current profit of 3,450 off his first account, 3,640 off his second account. Great work, CT. And there goes my Telegram. Yeah, it has issues with it. Yeah, so CT over here, about 7,000 for the day. Here's Vincent. This is another Vincent. You guys just keep in mind, we have multiple Vincents in the group. I think we have 3 Vincents. We have Vince, Vincent, and Vincent. Total profit here from Vincent, 505 for the day. Yeah, because someone asked me that yesterday. They were like, hey, how many Vincents do we have in the group? And I was like, oh, there's like 3. So like now, you guys know. I'm referring to a couple of different ones sometimes. Here's Jacob's profits, total profit about 300 for the day. Great work, Jacob. And here's Maria. Maria, total profit of 5,450 for the day. Solid work, Maria. I should take that sell, full TP. We have Christian over here, total profit of 1,046 off that last trade. So solid work right there, Christian. All right, guys, nice work. We have Anelli over here, total profit of 920 for the day. Solid, Nelly. So Nelly accidentally entered the trade. There's a possible entry right here, guys. Lower low. There's a buy signal here that closes. It could be a possible entry for a buy. Yeah, doesn't look like it's going to close. It's all good. All right, so some more profits over here from Anelli. Anelli accidentally entered on NASDAQ instead of US30, but it still hit profit. So Anelli over here locked in 920 for the day. Great work. We have Wesley over here. He said he's done for the day. Earlier profit 655, and then his second win over here, total profit of 1,765 for the day. Great work, Wesley. Yeah, call it a day. If you guys are good, call it a day. Vincent over here as well. Vincent said, I'm really done now. So over here, he locked in a total profit of 268 for the day. Nice work, Vincent. So this is the Vincent, the one who came up with the strategy. I just tweaked it a little bit for my own liking, but this is Vincent who came up with it. All wins here. Vincent said 90% and above every month. Yeah, so if you guys look over here, Vincent created this strategy, well, his variation to it. He's been 90% win rate every single month. So this strategy works. Vincent's been doing it for like 5 months now. If you guys are not familiar with Vincent, Vincent is doing an amazing job. Like, thank Vincent for like introducing the strategy to us, because we would have never been applying the strategy unless he would have. Well, I guess I had to ask him for it. I literally had to ask Vincent last week. I was like, hey, bro, what are you doing? And yeah, he's been having a 90% win rate every single month. And every single month for the past 3 or 5 months, Vincent has been top 10 on FTMO. So if you guys look at the top leaderboard here, Vincent's always been on the top 10 leaderboard. He's number 9 in the world right now for the 10K accounts. So you can see he's probably the only person here from the US. Everybody here is from Germany, Italy, Ireland, Canada, Africa. He's like, Vincent is repping the US right now. So he's like the only person here in the US that's killing it on FTMO every day. I'm on a, so what happened before is I was on a 400K account, guys. There's a possible entry right here. I was on a 400K account. So it's hard for me to get on this leaderboard because I'm not making like crazy profits every month. I'm making like consistent profits, but not crazy profits on one account. Yeah, Jacob, I wasn't sure because I saw the flag and I was going to say South Africa, but I was like, oh, it's just Africa in general. Yeah, it's South Africa, right? It is. I was like, do I say South Africa or Africa? I mean, you guys get it. But yeah, great work, Vincent. So you guys know the strategy works because Vincent's been applying it for like 5 months and he's been on the top 10 leaderboard every single month. So I'm excited to see where this strategy takes us over the next couple of months because we might see everybody on the top leaderboard if it comes down to it. So great work, guys. Yeah, Vincent's holding it down for the US. Vincent was Team USA over here. I think he's the only person that's from the US on there. Everyone's like international. All right, so there's no entry here, guys. There's a lower low. Buy signal didn't close, so no entry. Now we gotta wait for it to come back down. But anyways, let me go back over here real quick. I didn't cover everyone's profits. Maddie's profits, 1,780 for the day. All wins. Great work, Maddie. Yeah, so I think today during the let's see. So I think later today, guys, we'll try to revisit the high-low scalp because I think the high-low scalp works really well. Okay, look, so there's one that's coming up right here. I'm not going to take this trade, but I'll mark it up for you guys. You have a high right there, or a higher high, actually. So my assumption here is that if price ends up pushing above it and closing, then it'll probably push up like 100 pips. That's my assumption. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but you know, from this specific strategy, you know, we'll just have to revisit it, make some changes. I think the original strategy still works fine. I think the main thing is that if this invalidates it, right, maybe we should take off that requirement, the invalidation, because you can see here it invalidates it, but this is a lower low. Price broke and closed below it, and it still worked out perfectly. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe this is something that we can incorporate, because this strategy actually works very well with what we're already applying. So I think we have 2 strategies here that work perfectly fine, or even 3. We could have my strategy, Vincent's strategy, and then this high-low, higher high, lower low. CJ said his nickname should be Moneybag Vince. Exactly right. But yeah, so we'll do that during the mentoring session later today, guys. I'll just revisit it, see if there's anything there that I needed, that I can change or incorporate into it. But I think this might work better. So what I might have to do is run another. So I'm already done with the back test for this strategy, the high level momentum scalp. I'm cool with that. I don't have to go over that again. I think the next thing I'll have to go and back test, if you guys want to help with that, is the high low scalps. So I'll put together some criteria, and then we'll just make an update if you guys want to back test it. I mean, if that works well too, and it has a very high win rate, then, you know, why not add it to the list? Basically got like 3 strategies set. Yeah, so this one over here, guys, was you know, for Vince's strategy, that's like one thing I had to ask Vince about too. Let me see some of the requirements over here. So I don't know if that'd be an entry for Vince's, guys, because it would have to cross it, right? It would have to break and close past it. So this one over here was already above the pivot 3. So I don't think this here wouldn't be an entry for you guys for Vincent's strategy. So we kind of discussed this too yesterday or last week, right, Maria? Because it's overextended. So you want it to be like pushing through from below the pivots. This one over here was already above it. So we probably wouldn't have taken this one or even counted it as an entry. This did come back down. Yeah. So I don't think this here would be an entry for Vincent's strategy. It would still have to break and close past the. So the thing with Vincent's strategy, guys, is that it either needs to break and close past the yellow pivot, or it needs to cross it later. So let's see this over here. Yeah, so you can see over here, this candle broke and closed past it already. So this is already considered overextended, because you're looking to catch that momentum swing past these pivots. It's just a break and close past structure, but it's a moving structure. We'll go over this stuff in detail during the mentoring session. iPhone said Vincent's theme song, Money Money, is the WWE $1 million man. I know, right? Let's see. B's asking if it's 130, 25, 50. So we've done all the testing with a 1030 B. We haven't really tested it with anything higher. So there's nothing that I have no data on like the higher TP stop loss yet. So we're still using a 1030. Here's one thing here too, guys, that okay, so there's a possible entry right here, but I think this would have been a little iffy for me because of like how close it was to the pivots. Like whenever I have the entry that comes up, I want it to be like for sure. Like I don't want this to like maybe pass and close, you know, past it and then possible entry. I want to make sure that there's like some space in between. But looking at this right here, I mean, this looks pretty, it still looks solid too. It's pending right now, hasn't closed, does not look like it's going to close, and it doesn't close. So no entry there off the, okay, so like this is what I was mentioning, what I was trying to mention before. Like see how this candle looks like it kind of closes below it? This is already invalidated because if you look here, it technically did close below it. So this might push the pivots up a little bit, but this right here for sure, it's done with. There's no entry there. Let's see, Jacob said, I'm going to look at net pips, not win rate. Yeah, no, same here, Jacob. I'm going to look at pips and also a percentage gain. I'm not really looking at win rate. Win rate doesn't matter to me because all my strategies have a good win rate, right? Everything I teach you guys has a very high win rate, at least like 75% or higher. Some of them are higher than others, but the win rate doesn't really matter. You guys want to focus on percentage gain or net pips. So I think percentage gain would be better, Jacob, because the stop losses and the TPs are negative. So it's going to be kind of hard to determine, because like you can have like for example here for my results, right? Like you can have like a 5,400 pip gain and then a 88% win rate. But then if you like do the math with percentage gain, I mean, it's still pretty high, but like I could show you guys right here. Or I think I already put it down in the notes, didn't I? No, I actually didn't. So like, for example, if you were to do percentage gain here, so it'd be 49, obviously, 4 times 3, or I think I did. My math sucks. I was trying to figure out, okay, do you know what the percentages per win, Jacob, is for like 100 pips? I think it's point 75. I might be wrong. 0.5. Okay. Yeah. So for example, here, 4 times 1.5. All right. 4 times 1.5, that's 6% loss. And then 49 times 50. $24. So 24 minus 6, that's still 18.5% gain for the month of March. Plus today's win, that's another percentage gain. Yeah, because I think percentages are better because it'll show you like you know, if you're incorporating the negative risk toward, you have a better idea as to like how much percentage you make per month. And then, you know, like for example, what's his name? Vincent. Yeah, so Vincent over here. Let's see how much he was up last month. So he was up like 13%. So he's around that number already, right? So we did the math over here. 18%. He's up like a little bit below it because he doesn't take every entry, but he was still at 13% for the month. So I think it's a pretty good way to identify it. All right, Dejan, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Vincent said I can't hop on the mentoring session today because he works from 1 to 8. Can probably hop on if the group wants one tomorrow to help explain. Awesome. Cool. Thanks, Vincent. Yeah, so Vincent said he can't hop on the mentoring session today, but he's making himself available for the next couple or the next day if you guys want, but we'll see. I don't know if I can make it tomorrow, but if that's the case, then you know, I'll try to answer as many questions as I can. And if I can't answer them, I'll reach out to Vincent. I'll see if I can get a better explanation. And then from there, we can probably set up another session. All right, guys, it's 8 o'clock. If there's any other questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. Looks like this is it for today. I mean, typically I would trade till 9, but I have the mentoring session later today, so I kind of need the time in between to go do stuff before I come back for the mentoring session. So I'm gonna wrap it up right here. Let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. Yeah, Frederick said, yeah, some protect their strategies. Like if we applied it as a group, we drain the market. Yeah, I know it's going to be pretty crazy because now that we're applying this strategy, all of us, I mean, everybody should have like no excuse to get funded, right? Because if you're doing you only need 10%, it's not too difficult to get 10%, especially if you're doing it consistently. So yeah, I'm very excited because by the end of this year, we're probably gonna have everybody funded on FTMO. And then we'll see a lot of new people on the leaderboard. It's going to be pretty interesting. It's going to be pretty fun, honestly. I think it's going to be pretty cool to see multiple people within our group on the leaderboard. So, all right, guys, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to email me. You can email me at sean@kodikaitrades.com. Otherwise, you can message me on Telegram. Let me just go through everyone's profits real quick. So I haven't actually covered everybody's. Right, here's Brock's profits, total profit of 865 on this account. And then he took another trade right here, total profit of 1,405. Nice work, Brock. Good to see that you came on today. I know you're kind of late because work and whatnot, but glad to see you on here. There's Kevin over here, total profit of 35,100 for the day. Nice. Solid work, Kevin. We have Dejan over here. Sean said, didn't realize it was an entry. Tough loss, but I'll get it back tomorrow. Yeah, it happens, Dejan. So it's all good. Bounce back from it. Yeah, Maddie says MC4 is closed. Zach said so many green strips today. Feels good to have the confidence. So Zach over here had straight wins, total profit of about, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 600 for the day. Nice work, Zach. 600 profit for the day on his account. Maddie over here, total profit of 1,780. All right, great work, Maddie. Natasha over here, total profit 549 for the day. Nice work, Natasha. And I think that's about it. All right, guys. So maybe tomorrow I'll stay on until 9 o'clock. Not today, because I just don't want to be drained by the mentoring session later. And I just don't want to get FOMO hopping into trades when I shouldn't. So, all right, guys, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I will be back here in about 6 hours for the mentoring session. Just a reminder, if you guys are new here, mentoring session is going to be at 2 p.m. Pacific time. So if you guys are new here and you guys are not subscribed to the premium, if you guys want to sit in on the mentoring session, it's completely free. Just go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/KodiKaiTrades, click on subscribe and turn on notifications. YouTube will send you an email when I go live. So if you guys are new here, just do that. And then YouTube will send you an email like, hey, Sean's going live for the mentoring session. Click here to join the mentoring session, and we'll hang out and answer questions. If you guys want to learn the strategies, go here to the website, KodiKaiTrades.com. Again, that's KodiKaiTrades.com. Click unlock your free access, and then you'll have access to all of the videos. This new strategy is not on there yet, so just make sure to attend the mentoring session later today. But yeah, everything's pretty much available for you guys to view and check out. So, all right, guys, I will see you guys in about 6 hours for the mentoring